Yo, hey guys, it's Pop and Jacques Slade here, back with another unboxing, and today I have probably the most anticipated basketball sneaker this year. This is the ANTA KAI 1. Now, I'm gonna give you my first impressions, but first, let me give you some of the details that I think you need to know. First, the shoe is gonna cost you $125. It's gonna launch on March 6th at Sneaker Politics in Dallas and ANTA.com. However, there's gonna be more drops. On March 7th, they're gonna drop it at Extra Butter in NYC, and then on March 9th, it's also gonna drop in San Francisco at Nice Kicks. So if you don't get it online, if you live on the West Coast, the East Coast, or down South, you will have the opportunity to go into a store and grab a pair as well, which is really dope. However, there is one caveat. The sizes are only from size 8 to 15. So if you're in a kid size, you won't be able to get this particular colorway, but I imagine that ANTA is gonna open that up and start making more sizes as they start making more shoes with Kyrie. All right, now that we've got all of that stuff out of the way, let's hop right into the product here. So first of all, this box is incredible. Now, the shoe price point is $125, but this box is easily priced way above that weight class. I would say this is a box you would expect the shoe to come in that's in the $150 to $175 range, or maybe even the $200 range. I mean, this is the same kind of box that you get when you buy a pair of 11s. So to see ANTA put this sort of time and quality into the box at $125 price point, love to see that. All right, let's go with the detailing here on the box. And this is really where they begin to tell the story of ANTA and Kyrie. You can see here that they have a lot of Native American and African American inspired prints on the box, which looks really, really great. But then you also get to see some new things that are gonna happen with this shoe. You see the new Kyrie logo with the 2Ks, but then you also see the 11 there as well. On this side, we get to see some of the visual language that they're working with when it comes to Kyrie. So here we see strength, we see agility, we see focus, and we see speed. These symbols here that they're using here, you see the symbols that they're using here? That's an entirely new set of symbols that they created specifically for Kyrie, and they even created a specific alphabet for Kyrie as well, and we'll see a little more on that later on. You have the ANTA logo there, and then they have some of the sayings that we hear often from Kyrie. Mastering your craft is a journey. Let's actually hop into the shoes. Now, the official colorway of this shoe is actually purple, pink, and gray, but the nickname that they've given it is Artist on Court. So without further ado, let's actually get into the sneaker. So here we go. And now, when I said that they spared no expense here on the box, you see that here as well. They have an insert here before you get to the shoe. I consider my products to be art. They are timeless pieces like furniture, artistic, cross-generational, handcrafted with meaning, substance, and devotion. Then you have Kyrie Irving and you have his signature. This is really showing the depth to which Kyrie really wants to go with his footwear and how meaningful he wants everything that he puts out into the world to be. With that being said, let's hop into the sneakers. This is a box you're definitely gonna wanna keep. I don't see you throwing this box away. So here we go. So this is the ANTA KAI 1. Just a really, really beautiful shoe. Just first impressions, lighter than I thought it was going to be. Even though this is this crazy heavy box, you thought the shoes were going to be crazy heavy, but they're not at all. And the lines on the shoe flow really well. And I'll get into all of that. Just give me a quick moment to get these all out of the box. So first thing I noticed right off the top is this strap. This is something that we've seen with Kyrie sneakers in the past, and it looks like they're keeping that same sort of visual design language that people have come to love when it comes to Kyrie or Irving. Here it is without the strap. So I'm not mad at that design either versus with the strap. You guys tell me what you think. Do you like it more like this, or do you like it like this? I think they both work, if we're being honest, like that versus that. I think they both work, both styles work. Something else that pops out to me is the ANTA logo, and you may have actually missed it because it's so well integrated into the shoe's design. So you have this TPU shank here that goes along the side of the shoe, and that's actually going to extend from the toe all the way back here to right about your ankle near the heel. But this is the actual ANTA logo. If you didn't know this was the ANTA logo, this would just look like it's a part of the shoe in a pop of color, but that's actually the ANTA logo, which is a really great touch. Here on the heel, we see we have the Kyrie logo. So we have strength, agility, focus, and speed. You also have the ANTA logo there. Then you have the Kyrie logo there. I'm gonna put these on feet, so just give me a little second. I just wanna go over the details so you guys can see those, but I definitely want you to see what they look like on feet as well. Then on the strap, we have the Kyrie alphabet that they created. So you see it says Kyrie Irving, but the symbols aren't the normal alphabet. They've created an entirely new alphabet that they're going to be sharing over the course of Kyrie's signature shoe. Then here you have the 11 on the toe. Now that 11 plays for speed, but I also feel like this is a pseudo version of Kyrie's logo for speed because it pops up in Kyrie's actual logo there where you see the two Ks back to back, but obviously you see that big 11 in the middle there as well. So the materials here, they have a soft gloss touch to them. You have the same symbols here right on the medial side. So you have strength, agility, focus, and speed there as well. And that seems to be the theme, just those four pillars of their building this shoe around strength, agility, focus, and speed. Those seem to be the four things that were in the brief when they were building the shoe. And those are the four things that they wanted to put inside of this shoe. Now, a more detailing is here on the outsole. These look pretty good. I imagine these are going to work really well. It feels like rubber, but it almost feels like it's a rubber composite just off of, just from feeling it here. Feels pretty soft, but I imagine you should be able to get some run-ins outside in this as well. You see they have the midsole here on the inside. It's white here, but then it's covered here in like a tannish off-white sort of material here. So brown, to say the least, to match the outsole. But here you can see it in its true white form. And looking at it, it honestly looks a little bit like Boost, but instead of it being in Boost balls, it's just one solid mass, which we don't usually see with Boost. You know how Boost has the little bubbles. This looks like it's just one core piece that extends all the way from the heel here. And you can see there's a little indent there so you can get a look at the technology. It looks very similar to Boost, so I imagine the feel is going to be the same way. I'm not familiar with what ANTA calls their midsole technology. I feel like it was called Nitro. Now, when you get to the toe box, you see like they just have this beautiful print there, and I imagine that's inspired by Kyrie's love of his Native American heritage and his African heritage. So you can see that they bring that to life right there on the toe box, and you see that same thing sort of brought to life on the laces as well. And let's make no mistake, the colors here were chosen specifically as well. The purple, the green, the pink, and the black. They all have meaning and harken back to Native American and African heritage, and that's why they were used on this silhouette, because they have a meaning to Kyrie. The other detail we see is the ANTA here on the tongue, which is very small, but it's taking that similar Kyrie alphabet sort of text. Now on the inside, we have a molded tongue, which is really nice and should be very comfortable. Again, we'll try these on so you can see it, but you have a molded tongue to give you a little bit of extra cushion there. You have the molded Achilles area here as well to give you a little bit of extra protection. And then you can see here that they try to protect the Achilles here and the back, and they also drop it down here on the side. So it's dropped here to give room for your ankle, but then it pops up here for the Achilles. So you have that protection there, but you also have the freedom of movement there. And speaking of freedom of movement, this is a low top, well, I should say this is a mid top sneaker, but it's on the lower side in my opinion. It feels cut really low, but it's not low enough where I would consider it a low top sneaker. I would consider this mid cut, but definitely has a little bit of a drop there. So it feels on the lower side of the mid cut sneakers, if that makes any sense at all. And I'm really impressed with what they've done so far. Here's a quick look at the insole. Feels Feels nice. Has a little bit of response to it. Not too thick. I'll probably end up putting in my Move insoles. Nice insole there, nice decoration there. So you get a nice pattern there on that one. But yeah, I'll probably put in my Move insoles. But again, as I was saying, I think what Anta and Kyrie are doing feels pretty special, and all of the Chinese brands have been trying to break into the US market, and I feel like this shoe and this athlete is probably going to be the best attempt that any brand gets to present date to really break into the US market, especially if they create high quality product like this here. Also, sorry, I forgot to show you that they also gave you a feather hang tag that has the Kyrie logo there as well, which looks really nice. You know, I didn't know what to expect when Kyrie moves to Anta, and when these showed up, I was very pleasantly surprised with how much detail they put into the shoe and how much quality they put into the shoe and the design and how it feels like Kyrie. I think that's the most unique thing about this shoe. It feels like a Kyrie shoe, and that's something very hard to do when you move from one brand to another. So shout out to the folks over at Anta. Shout out to Kyrie Irving. So let's get these on feet and see what they look like. Okay, got the kicks, got my shoehorn. Let's try them on. So I also have a camera. So here is like the profile, like the side profile. Then my shoehorn, especially because this is how we see shoes on the store shelves, but then this is kind of how we see them from our perspective when we wear them. All right, so let's try these on. So from what I understand, from what I've heard, is that you should go up a half a size. Now I'm an 11 and a half. These are a size high up there. These are a size 11. So I'm gonna rock with the 11 fit. How about I put the microphone on my shirt? That makes more sense. Yeah, Jacques. I'm a thinker, guys. I'm a thinker. So size 11. Okay, first thoughts. They do feel, I'm gonna say they feel a little tight here. I shouldn't say tight, they feel snug. Like it's not uncomfortable. And I feel like my feet are in a good position. Again, this is a size 11. So if I had to make a comparison, my toe is about there. So I have about that much room. Again, this is a size 11, the heel. I really like the way these laces pop. Gives the shoe, adds a lot of like texture to the shoe. Something they did really well with these is like layer them up. So you see all of that throughout the entire design, from the laces to this woven pattern that's on the toe box. Here's two looks. So here's a look with them tied, and then I'll give you guys a look of them untied. That's tied. And then this is untied. I imagine most people are going to wear these with shorts. Nice cushion there. You can feel it there, and you can honestly feel the cushion throughout the entire shoe from the heel to the toe. There's a carbon fiber plate in these as well that gives you some rigidity. If I had another pair, I would like cut them open so you could see it, but I don't have another pair. I like the way this feels. You can see there how much the cushion gives there. I think it extends a little more than that because I don't feel like it cuts off there. So I would imagine that it still extends all the way through the toe, but you can definitely feel it like at the ball of your foot. Kind of look like shorts, but really pants. We'll do one down or one up, see how that, so you have that one down there. This is the untied pair. And you have here the tied pair. Yeah, I really enjoy the way these look. I think they look good on feet as well. Here's a look at the toe down look. I think they look good. It's nice. I'm not mad at this at all. Okay, let's go back to the table. Okay, so those are my first impressions of the ANTA KAI 1. Would love to know what you guys think. Let me know down in the comments below. Is this a win or a loss for you? And there's one thing that I forgot to show you guys. It's right here on the heel, and it says the journey is the reward. Again, Kyrie, trying to make his shoes something more than just the product of a shoe, make it inspirational, make it aspirational, but also give it meaning beyond just a pair of basketball shoes, which I think is really dope. Anyway, just my quick thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. I'm Jacques Slade. As always, make sure you like, favorite, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.